We were all friends because of you, and we travelled from different countries to come and see you. We love you so much. We would have never met if it wasn't for you. Thank you so much, Camila. You're such an inspiration of mine, and I met some amazing people.
Hi Cam, thank you so much for being such an inspiration for all of us, and we can't wait to see you again.
Hi Camila, I love you so much. Thank you for being here in Paris. We love you, Camila.
Alright, I'm back now. The European Never Be the Same tour was definitely one of the most insane, electrifying, emotional experiences ever, because there's nothing quite like meeting fans in a meet and greet that don't speak your same language, and then looking at that same person knowing every single lyric to your song. And that means that that person had to listen to that song so many times, look at the words so many times, live with the song so many times. And I mean, I can't even tell you how much that means to me. I feel like the Never Be the Same tour has changed my life, because this has been my first time really talking to a crowd. You know, not just like singing the songs and then doing the next song, but really like telling my story and opening up and being vulnerable and talking about what these songs are about, who I am, how I feel, how I felt before in my life, how I react to heartbreak and hurt. I think that it's the most vulnerable that I've ever been, and I've always been like, even though it doesn't seem like it, when it comes to public speaking and talking to people, I've always been really, really painfully shy. Like, you know, anytime where I have to talk in front of a lot of people, my instinct was to kind of like, as opposed to be vulnerable and open up. And I think that this has changed my life in the sense that I feel so safe in this environment, and I feel so loved with the people that I love all around me, my fans all around me, that it does feel like when I'm talking to the crowd, I'm talking to my friends.
Let it smell spray, yeah.
Hey. Coming up next on ITV2. Will Camila have a good show? Or will she go get Nando's instead? Coming up next on ITV2.
We'll never be the same. Love it, we'll never be the same. Love it, we'll never be the same.
One of my favorite parts of the Never Be the Same tour is the meet and greet before, because I get to really make connections with my fans. And you know, when they tell me things like, I traveled all the way from Israel to come see you, I traveled all the way from Italy to come see you, Indonesia, Tokyo. I know when I was, you know, a teenager, like saving up money to go to a concert and it being the thing that I was looking forward to for months and months. This one night, these 2 hours is what I had my sight set on for months and months. And in that moment, like when I step out on stage and I look at everybody, I remind myself of that. Like, this is not just, it's not a show, it's not a tour date. Some of these people have waited a long time and have saved money, and fans that tell me I've worked 3 jobs the past month to come to this concert. I'm still like, you know, I can't believe that somebody would do that for me. And it's the sweetest, most special thing in the world, and I really am so thankful to every single person who came and was looking forward to that night. Also, what I loved about this tour was, even though the venues were theaters, it just was this perfect blend of feeling like this feeling of intimacy in the crowd. And like there's this part where I sing off my microphone, and I sing like just to the room without any microphone, completely a cappella, no music. I shut down like all the lights on the screen, all the lights on the stage, and I just like sing, and you can hear my echo, and you could hear whispers and murmurs, and if it's good, sometimes people will be like, hey! I loved the intimacy of this tour and getting to look out and literally just see so many faces, and I put in like everything into this tour. It's a theater tour, and we had 6 of the best dancers ever, an incredible band. We had a huge screen on stage. We had visuals. We spent an entire day making visuals for the tour. Made a whole concept out of this idea of a lucid dream. And the show really takes you on a journey. And I'm the kind of person that, like, if I do the same thing long enough, I get tired of it. I get bored of it. And I've never, ever gotten bored of doing this show. Thank you so much for making this whole Never Be the Same tour adventure so magical. There are so many things that I learned from this whole thing. One is you can never lose being vulnerable. Every time that I went on stage and I felt so safe and loved in that environment, and I talked about my day, and I talked about the things that hurt me and the things that I love and the things that really make me feel and make me emotional, and you guys just were so attentive and caring. It just made me feel like every single show I felt more encouraged to just like be me. And it really felt like we were all just friends in there trying to figure stuff out. And I also learned that when you go to see somebody's concert, if you want to have an amazing night, it's not just the person performing. What makes it incredible is the experience. And half of that is what's happening on stage, and the other half of that is what's happening in the audience, in the crowd. And I just want to thank you guys so much for giving us so much energy every single night, for singing the words at the top of your lungs, for the posters, for screaming as loud as you did, for dancing, for crying. Oh my God, every single show, we walked off stage saying this was magical. And on the shows that we said that, it was because you guys were giving us everything, and we were all in there feeling and flying together. So thank you for making this such an incredible experience for all of us. I can't wait for the next tour. Thank you for making this one so, so magical. I truly will never be the same. Actually, let's do it again because my teeth are crooked. Gotta wear my Invisalign. I'm a little bit more serious to match the lucid dream intro. Never be the same. Mwah.